All right, I'm gonna give you a walk around one of the outdoor gardens I help manage. This is not my garden space. It's really nice, like with these really nice kind of fancy raised beds, but I help maintain it. And that's something I really believe in, is like, if I don't have the space to do as much work as I want to, there's always somebody out there that has the space, but maybe doesn't have the skills to cultivate it. So if you have the skill to cultivate plants, any plant, whatever you desire, you can take that skill and take it to a place where there is a need for it in the space where you can cultivate. And that's something I really believe in, is I think that I can grow any plant, and I know that, well, I don't have the space yet. The more I practice and the more action I take and the more plants I cultivate, the better I'm going to be at it. So when I do get the space, then I can capitalize and hit the ground running, and kind of learn lessons along the way, like what works, what doesn't work, when pest signs, everything like that. We have tons of hot peppers here. Not a big fan of those, but some people are. We've got all sorts of eggplants in this bed. You can see them in there. And there's tons of these. There's like 13 beds. So you can really put whatever you want here. Marigolds and more hot peppers. I'm more of a sweet pepper person. We have plenty of those as well. This is really cool. We've got this nice arched trellis, which could be used a little better. We have not as much produce on here as I would like. There was previously, there were beans on this earlier in the year, but we ripped them up in the succession planting, so you can see like lettuce in here. We always go for multiple crop cycles. So there was beans on this before, and I think we should have put beans back there, but we went ahead and planted these kind of winter squash on there. So they're doing all right, but could be better. I like to see the trellises as full as possible. It's doing well. You can see our nice irrigation system here. Very fancy. And raised beds are nice. I like in-ground myself, but if you have it, if you have the space, it keeps things really kind of pest-free. It's really nice. Here we start getting into our tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes over here. You can see the cherry tomatoes in there doing really well. And it just rained. This is my favorite time to come through, is right after the rain or during it. A lot of tomatoes, which I'm all for. I love tomatoes. It's one of the best things to grow, in my opinion. Tons of cherry tomato in here. Amazing. Yeah, so I just wanted to give a walk around this garden. I'll do a few more of these at the other gardens that I help manage, and just kind of push that idea of, like, if you want to grow something somewhere, it doesn't matter what the plant is, and you don't have the space for it, there's always someone that has the space. If you have the skill, and you can go network and say, all right, I can help you with this, I can help with that, and then you just put it together and collaborate. And then that way, when you do get the space, you can go ahead and hit the ground running, capitalize, and be ready to kind of achieve your goals. You can outline your goals, see what works. And even with this, I don't really like this variety of tomato. We've grown it a few times now, and just looking at this, I know exactly what not to plant in my garden, and I'll go ahead and choose a better variety. Like these cherry tomatoes are doing excellent. I love those. But you can kind of get your varieties picked out. Like with the beans, we had these absolutely great beans, and then right next to them was a variety that I didn't like as much. So I know for next time which variety to use when I get my space ready to go in the land, ready for cultivation. Then I can go ahead and deploy that bean variety that I like the most. And I know exactly what I'm going to put. I know exactly when to harvest it, what the results are going to be through trial and error. And so if you don't have the space to do your own trials, use someone else's space, and they'll appreciate you, because then they can get more production off their space because they don't really know how to use it as well. And then you can get some food, you can get some experience, and everybody wins. So that's something I really push. Look at these sweet peppers, really small ones, but so good. But yeah, this is just a garden walkthrough. I'll do more of these at the other community gardens and areas that I help with. And then eventually when we get to the land, then we'll start rolling with that. So cheers, go plant something, go have some fun out here, stay active.